Okay, welcome back to the shop. Today I am going to turn this piece of redwood over here. A friend of mine dropped this off. Oh, I bet a couple years ago. It's a pretty dried up old piece of redwood beam. I don't know where he got it from. I think he picked it up off a job site, probably knowing Mark. We're going to see if we can't turn a big goblet for him and go set it on his desk. We won't say anything. We'll send him a link to the video, and I'm going to be wearing the respirator today through the whole turn just because of how dry the wood is. I'm going to get some of this filtration turned on. I like to run these anyway. I have two filters both sides of the shop. Kicking full gear. So, I'm going to switch cameras and camera views. And we'll go ahead and get this going. Let's get a tool rest over here. Let's see. Let's go with this. Try this. This one here, maybe. That should be okay. Yeah. Actually, let's talk about this thing here. We are going to kind of I'll say that's kind of the idea. Um, we'll get a tenon turned over here and put that thing in a chuck, flip it around, and get to work. But let's go ahead and get it roughed down and cut that tenon. Oh yeah, this baby's dusty. So dusty. Let's see what we look like. We're getting close. We're going to take this onto a tenon. Let's go with this. Sit down. And call that done. Let's get him on the chuck. We're going to gently true him back up. Okay. So let's say the bowl on this thing maybe to here, and the base maybe we're going to part him off there. We'll have a base. The rest of this will be stem. Well, sure, it'd be nice to get that crack out of there. I think I'd take that down a little more. That's starting to be happy. It's like a giant Chardonnay glass. It's kind of cool. I think we're going to get carbide hollowers out. Let's see. Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. Thanks for coming in. The video you're watching now was the one I intended on making back when I made the video about the overhead camera mounts for the lathe. And if you haven't seen that, I will post a link up here at the end of the video, and you can go check that out. That piece of wood I'm turning there was given to me by a friend, Mark, and it is a reclaimed piece of redwood. And I believe he got this off a job. It was probably a patio cover or a deck maybe. And I just, of course, cut it into a blank and turned it. It did pose a bit of a challenge in that it's so dry and it almost turned like a really pithy piece of wood. The dust in the shop was, well, all I can say is wow. It was like baby powder. And I did wear my respirator the entire time. I have a positive air respirator mask, helmet thing, face shield. And I did not take that off until I was done sanding. So cleaned the mess and got a pretty nice piece out of there actually. And I'm going to gift this to Mark. But this is what came out of that. Let me know how you feel about that in the comments. I'm, like I said, growing quite fond. It's like a Viking chalice or something. I really like it. I'm going to let you get back to the video while I put some more wax on this. Pretty nice. All right. I've got here some cellulose sanding sealer. It's that myelin stuff. I know you've seen it before. I mix this about 50-50 with lacquer thinner. I just like how fast it dries. It's still plenty of juice in there. Actually kind of like that. And we better go at least 2 coats of that. Let that dry, let it soak in a little bit. So I did 2 coats of the myelin sanding sealer. Cut that back with 600 grit sandpaper, and then a light brush with the Scotch-Brite pad. Now we'll go ahead and apply our Yorkshire grit and some wax. Oh yeah, I dig it. That's cool. Okay, I've got this thing sanded to 600. Wax it again when it's done. I don't want this thing too slippery when I part it off. Some people want to saw this off. Do your thing. This is how I do it. I always want to make sure I'm not right next to the piece because it will tear out. We're almost there. Just like so. Well, it looks like he's about got that wrapped up. Just over here finishing up on the lathe with the Jacob's chuck. Gonna get a stamp on the bottom. Wanted to kind of talk about some videos I've got upcoming. Some inside out Christmas ornaments. These are some blanks I created, and I've got a couple left, a couple more to turn, then I'll be editing that video. The video does show how to create these blanks, and then it'll have several samples of Christmas ornaments to make, and I think we'll get your creativity flowing and see if you can't try something you never tried before, maybe on the subject of Christmas ornaments. Also got this blank currently poured, and I'll pour several more. This is red resin and green resin, and then I've got some pine cones in there. Let's see if you can see them. We'll try to zoom in on those for you. And I make little birdhouse ornaments out of this. Kind of, I think, appropriate for a Christmas tree. I'll put a picture up here of one that I've turned, and then of course we'll make the video and see if we can't get you into that direction. Also, as of recent, I've poured this bowl blank. This is resin, again, red, white, and blue. I've got this thing chock full of pine cones and cholla. You can't really see that we're gonna have to reveal those on the lathe. But I have intentions of making a yarn bowl out of this. My wife is very crafty and she needs a bowl. That'll be nice. Her birthday gift there, coming up in September. That is about it. I'm going to go throw a pork butt on. The wife and I are going to have pork for, uh, geez, 3 or 4 days here probably. And I'm going to go work on editing this video. Hopefully I'll get back out here tomorrow. We'll get that video shot over to YouTube and we'll get that link over to Mark and we'll get this thing dropped off on his desk hopefully this week. And let me know what you think about this thing, please. Again, thanks for coming in and we'll see you next time.